Playing Gradius on the PS2. And I'm shooting things, would you like to shoot things too? Hello, I'm Belt Buckle Bill, and here are my thoughts on a video game. Gradius V, or 5, is a side-scrolling shooter released on the PlayStation 2 in 2004, brought to you by Treasure and Konami. I've not played Gradius 1, 2, 3 or 4, so I can't really comment on whether this is a shameless cash grab or a natural sequel. The plot, as I understand it, whoosh, bang, 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 zap, zap, boom, 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 zoom. The game actually tells you very little about the plot, but the internet says, you are Vic Viper, a fighter pilot, or maybe the ship, in the future, on planet Gradius, which is invaded by the Bacterians again, who want to death everything. As you travel through the game, a giant Bacterian ship arrives from the future of the future, along with Vic Viper, you, from the future of the future, and you have to do battle together. Then later, apparently other time travel nonsense happens. I haven't got that far yet. There are two modes, normal and score ranked. Normal has you blasting your way through 5 levels, whilst score ranked is endless waves of enemies as you try to accumulate the highest possible score. Enemies are nicely varied and consist of a mixture of robots and organisms. Some will try and fly into your face, others will shoot projectiles like the cowards they are. Smaller enemies take one hit, larger significantly more. The designs are clean and colourful. Backgrounds are simple spacescapes or giant spaceships, and while nothing to write home about, you don't need them to be too busy, as there is a lot going on already. Your ears will be treated to a cacophony of sounds from bangs, zaps, booms and zooms galore. The musical score is simple enough and non-offensive. Replayability comes in the form of having 4 different ship types. They all look the same, but the upgrades differ. They range from speed-ups, double shot, lasers, missiles. The different types fire the missiles in different directions. Rear shooting, force fields, and having multiple buddies that sit above and below you, adding extra firepower. When you run out of lives and continue, you can change type and you can choose to upgrade whenever you want to a degree. Each time you pick an upgrade token after killing special enemies or a group of enemies, your upgrade option changes, starting with speed up with 1 token, then the second option, depending on what you choose, with the second token, and so on. Some upgrades can be only chosen once, others have multiple upgrades. When you lose a life, you lose them all, which is very frustrating. There are a few options to vary the game. You can select different difficulties and a number of lives, and renew, which changes whether you start from the same place you died or the previous checkpoint. While the previous checkpoint may seem odd, it does allow you to pick up an upgrade token or 2, which really helps for the bosses. The bosses have a pattern, learn it, get your dodge on, and you'll take them up soon enough. Got a friend? As you know, my son is my only friend. There isn't Martin. And son of Bill and I had a blast screaming at each other each time we died, and high-fiving each other like fighter pilots when we destroyed the baddies. I would play this again. I would tell my younger self to play it, and I would recommend it to a friend, even if they didn't like this genre, as this is a relatively short game, so it's worth a quick go. This game really surprised me. I'm not a fan of side-scrolling shooters. I find them too busy and too easy or too hard, with very little in between. But maybe that's because I give up too easily for the too hard games. I was warned by Martin that this game was tough, and he wasn't wrong. I changed the settings to very easy and maximum lives, and it still killed me more times than I would like to admit. But each time I played it, I got better. The game is fair, to a degree, in that every time I died, it was my fault. The game did nothing unfair to me. You've really got to get your head into these shooters. Once I was there, I found it hard to put it down. Definitely one to add to your list, and definitely one I will keep playing until I complete. As always, thank you for watching and or listening. Like, subscribe, comment, and tell your friend. Game over, man. Game over.